Hey, welcome to A Moment of Sage. Uh, so we got some new video, huh? From a few days earlier when Mr. Pretti decided that he would spit at federal agents and then kick their vehicle and bust out the taillight. Both crimes, by the way. And when confronted by police, by the agents who jumped out of the vehicle, he resisted arrest. And guess what? They gave him a break. Those terrible agents didn't arrest him. They gave him a break. But that does show a mindset, doesn't it? Spitting and kicking. Just a few days before. And then there he is a few days later. What's that old saying? You look a gift horse in the mouth. They let him go the first time. And hey, I've been guilty of the same thing. I've been let go and went back and did it again. It's called stupidity. And he goes back and does it again. Now, of course, there's outrage, and there's both sides of the fence. I noticed there's a lot of nurses. Matter of fact, I just saw a post from a nurse, of course, talking about how he was murdered. And most of the commenters on that page are leftists. And same thing. Terrible, murdering people, blah, 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 all that stuff. And of course, they justify his actions, as well as thousands of others, in confronting these federal agents. And all these thousands of people have engaged in what's not First Amendment rights. That's one of the things on this page I'm talking about from a nurse. Many of the commenters, he's just exercising his First Amendment rights. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. What is it that people don't get? I've been watching this for years. People don't understand freedom of speech. They think, what, I can just stand up on the table inside of Dunkin' Donuts and start spewing whatever I want? That's freedom of speech. No, it's not. Freedom of speech there is out there on the corner outside the Dunkin' Donuts. That's private property. People don't even understand the First Amendment, what their First Amendment rights are. Their right to protest, and really what it is the right to assemble and redress the government, speak out. It is not to cause violence or assault or battery or hinder law enforcement's movement. That's not your First Amendment right. I'm so saddened this man died. I don't want to see anybody die. I only hope he knew Jesus. But the nurses I see all these nurses, grouping together. Even doctors probably. I haven't seen doctors yet, but I'm sure they're there. But just poor man, just exercising First Amendment rights. And so let me ask you a question. So you can go and cause all this disruption and spit, which is assault with a bodily fluid, and even maybe engage in hand-to-hand combat with these agents. And that's okay because you view them as being wrong and doing bad stuff. And what are they doing? They're trying to arrest criminals in this country. And right now, dangerous criminals. Not just criminals who are criminals because they cross the border. Even more than that, the really dangerous ones. That's a real loving thing to do. Let them in the country, right? But so that's what they're trying to do. But you think it's okay for protesters, quote unquote protesters, to throw things at officers and everything else, assault them, batter them. It's okay because of what they're doing. So let me ask you, Mr. and Mrs. Nurse, when the ambulance pulls up to the ER room and they wheel in the injured party who needs really emergency medical care, was injured, whether it was with police or because of the crime. I'm speaking specifically about someone brought to the hospital where you're at, and they're under arrest, and your team has to go in and administer first aid and medical care, and you find out that individual is a pedophile. He was arrested. That's why the police accompanied the ambulance. He was arrested for pedophilia, or he was arrested for murder, Or he was arrested for all kinds of beating his. There's a guy he beat his wife to a pulp within an inch of her life, and that's the person you have to go and take care of. That's laying on that gurney in the room, maybe getting ready to go to intensive care for all we know. But what do you do when you find out that's a pedophile? The police brought him in. I asked the police, why'd they bring him in? He's a pedophile. He was caught with committing a sexual act with a child. What do you, as the nurse, do you walk up and spit on him? Do you walk up and punch him? Do you make plans to put something in his saline drip? Do you do stuff like that because of what he did? Is that your right? Is that justified? Let me know in the comments.